Hey, future editing Kyle here. The Munsters trailer reaction's about 11 and a half minutes in. There's chapter markers down below.
There and back up going.
Cool.
What's up?
We're 1 week away from Comic-Con. That's what's up.
Yeah, we are. Getting excited.
You know what? I'm letting myself a little bit now.
Yeah. More been announced that schedules out and stuff.
Yeah. Really, the only people that are going to be really missing big time, but is going to be DC, and well, actually not DC. To be fair,
they got some stuff.
Warner Brothers in general,
are
not going to be as excited. They're not going to have a booth, and that's usually one of my favorite parts of the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of people's favorite part of the show. I think also what is missing is a lot of, part of what made Saturday exciting was all day doing like all the CW shows with like The Flash, Supergirl, and Arrow and all that stuff back in the day. Legends of Tomorrow. That's not there anymore. That won't be there. I mean, they'll have Sandman for Netflix and stuff, and they'll
Black
have
Adam for DC. I know that's one that they mentioned on DC side was Black Adam.
Yep. So, but still, other than there's gonna be a whole lot of other stuff going on. That it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great, and my schedule is packed.
Awesome. Well, welcome everybody to the Daily Cup of Genre here on the Genreverse Podcast Network, wherever you get your podcasts from, and on the Genreverse Podcast Network's YouTube channel. Please follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out our LRMonline.com every day for all of your entertainment news, needs, and opinions. That's who hosts us. That's the parent company, if you will. They run the show, and the LRM Online YouTube channel, of course, has all of the celebrity interviews and red carpet events and things like that. So check those out as well. We're sponsored by the good folks over at Grow Generation. More from them later in the episode. And I'm Kyle at that Malone on Twitter. That's Manny at Manny Gomez Media on Twitter. And yeah, man, I actually, interesting enough, because of our name and the intro video for Genreverse videos, that whole nebula thing, I created a few nebulas for a couple of the podcast. This one, if you guys haven't seen it on YouTube, it's a moving background made in Blender using I don't know what the phrase would be, but it's kind of like an outline. You get like the general code done for you, plug in your own variables to it. I don't know what the proper word is, but anyways, the James Webb Space Telescope images, the first images coming out, are freaking amazing, like stunning things that you never thought you would see clearly, that aren't and I know these are all technically CGI images, but not, they're taken from real data, not just being made up. And I just wanted to share them on screen with her. Have you seen them, Manny?
Yeah, we ran them on our newscast yesterday.
Yeah, dude, they're stunning. Finding a hidden star in one of the nebula. I forget the name of it. I got it up here in the ring. I can't tell what the freaking name is. Anyways, the galaxies that look like they're combining and eating each other. The big blue and orange nebula clouds that they got, man, just absolutely insane. And then the deep field image, where it's just like so much stuff. I mean, it's crazy looking at that many galaxies close, so to speak, close together. And then even the interesting one that a lot of people aren't showing, because it shows more of what James Webb can detect in atmospheres of faraway places. It's just a data graph, but it shows detection of water on a moon or on a gas on or around a gas giant, way away, and that's pretty interesting because we'll be able to pinpoint, more exoplanets with water or possible habitation to a lot more certainty than before. I loved it, man. Do you like space stuff? I don't remember.
Yes, it's really cool. And I think what caught me by surprise was like, oh yeah, these images are cool. Like we know that stuff is out there. It's just we never really actually get to see it, and so now we get that opportunity. But for me, I think what was a bigger deal was how much of a big deal it seemed for everyone else. I was watching it. Well, we had it on the news. Other channels had it on their news. The president had an entire presentation on them. I saw it all over social media and stuff, and different people, influencers. I'm very excited about being able to take a look at these images and really appreciate it, I guess, or appreciate space and just how big it is and just how far we've came in with technology to be able to do that.
Yeah, what's funny, I'm trying to bring up, let me see if I can get this, bringing up Hubble's deep field image. And I remember this image and Manny, I'll show it to you. I could share a screen with you as well. This was Hubble's, and I remember this image in textbooks and just being like, oh wow, look at the amount of galaxies, and really, other than a few spirals that you can see here and there, it's all just these blobs of light. And then you see James Webb's, and it's like, holy crap, we hadn't seen anything. And this is way bigger, way more detailed, looking technically way further back in time. I think I read 13 billion years for that. And the Hubble thing is beautiful in its own right, but this deep field, man, is just, I love it, and it's crazy to think of how much science fiction is becoming, science fact, basically.
No, not really.
Love it.
We're gonna end up finding the alien, and it's gonna be all bad. Yeah, no. A lot of science fiction movies do not.
Oh man!
Hell, something as simple as making a dinosaur did not turn out very well. So,
dude, the AI. It's almost like we're doing Tech Tuesday on a Wednesday, but the AI guy from Google saying, dude, our AI is sentient, man. It knows itself, and it knows us. And there's been other AIs that have really pushed the limits on what I personally ever thought we would do. I honestly never thought we would see a AI on the level that we do have. The amount of self-learning, like using the DALL-E, or now I think it's called Crayon, CRAIYON, where you type in a prompt, draw Senku Imagashi from Dr. Stone eating a hot dog, and this AI draws from images it reads of the character and hot dogs, and sees if the character's ever eaten anything. There's images of that, combines that crap, and gives you a character in anime eating a hot dog that hasn't in the show so far. So I never thought we would get there, and the amount of automated drones, automated land, and now sea vehicles, not just air drones. It's pretty freaky. Like, I'm just waiting on someone to name their company Skynet and just be like, okay, cool, we're done.
Well, I mean, you've heard of a couple of companies having to shut down their AIs because it became sentient. So,
like rumors and stuff like that. Some of them usually get shut down because they get corrupted by the data that they were reading, like that Microsoft chatbot that was just taking everything from the internet, and they learned the internet's really filled with awful, terrible, racist, and bad people
Also, like what the world is then.
Yeah, that's what I was saying back when that one happened. That, you know, it's just proof of how awful humans really are. You're only good when you have to be, it seems. Oh well, whatever. I guess we could get on to some entertainment stuff. Did you send me a video? What's that? Oh, the Munsters trailer.
Yes.
Did that just hit?
Yeah, this morning.
Oh, okay, guys. We're gonna do a Munsters trailer reaction. Let me get that up real quick. Hold on. I'm concerned, but not like scared. I don't know what we're in for. I saw the remake of the intro, the tease, you know, that they did, and I dug the makeup. I'm interested in it, and it's gonna be weird to see Zombie do something so light like this, because the way I understand, this is not going to be some, you know, R-rated affair or anything like that.
It's not supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. So, Munsters official trailer from Stack. That's the one you sent me?
Yep, that's the one I sent you.
Okay. Hopefully this is authentic. I don't recognize the thing. I don't recognize the company.
Yeah, that's it. Well, according to the internet, that's it.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Let's try bringing this over for you guys and see what we've got. Manny, I will share. I forgot. Ready? Go.
Rob Zombie, the director of House of a Thousand Corpses, Halloween, and The Devil's Rejects, brings you the greatest love story ever told.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Think of it. The brain
Don't
of a
bring up his
super genius
Halloween.
transplanted into the body of a
I didn't mind his Halloween.
specimen.
I want a man that
I don't think this is authentic, man. Something's up with the bit rate really bad. Hold on.
It's like a
Yeah, that's a 720p video. That can't be right. Let me do some digging real quick, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's the same trailer that Rob Zombie put officially on his
Okay, well then
on
I
his
got
Instagram.
Then I must have clicked on the wrong thing myself. Let me go back into our Slack and grab it from you.
It's from the same site. The one, yeah, but it's the same trailer because I'm looking at it on Rob Zombie's official.
Okay, then what was up with the
Rejects brings
what
you
was
the
up with
greatest
the
love story ever told.
Why is the quality so low though? Like that's what because I can barely make it out. It's only going up to 720p.
That's not wrong with 720.
Yeah, there's a lot wrong with 720. All right, so I'll go back. Here we go. I love doing podcasts like this.
Physical specimen.
I want a man that makes my blood run cold. A man that every time he enters my crypt, it's like a stake through my dead black heart.
I can whip you up a humpy down in the land.
Oh no! Remember what happened last time?
He was batty.
Meh.
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Looking for a vision, a queen,
True love.
And what exactly do you want?
Is Herman Munster in there? I knew the moment I laid eyes on you that you were special. I understand if you don't feel the same. I'm just a regular gal living a boring, normal life.
If there's one thing I know, is that the rest of the world melted away as soon as you appeared in my life.
I don't think this is going to go over very, very well for general audiences at all.
Come on, you know and I know that we gotta get rid of that bozo Herman Munster.
Like I dig the feel. I'm not quite sure. There's so much that looks like it's going to be some different way that they film things, different ways that they're different. Just like I said, different styles. Different styles throughout the film, and so I'm not quite sure on how each one's gonna land with everyone. I dig what they're trying to do. I will have to see if how well it's executed, but I don't think general audiences are gonna dig that. I don't even know if old Munsters. I don't even know if old Munsters fans will dig it as much as they're hoping. It's a unique take. I like
it's Rob Zombie. Of course, it's unique. He screwed with Halloween very bad. So
it wasn't that bad. I liked the first one.
No,
it was brutal.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that was because of the gore that you liked then, but it wasn't really true to what and who Michael Myers is. Anyway, but back to the Munsters. I thought it was great, and I think that it's not going to play well with general audiences because it's not made for general audiences.
Yeah, I was in my mind when they said that he was going to do this. You know, the first thing that popped into my mind was the actually well done and mostly loved Addams Family movies from the 90s, especially the first one. I mean, I loved it. Did you? At least the first one? Did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, my wife loved. Like almost everyone I know likes or loves those movies, at least the first one. And that's what I kind of had in mind, was he was going to end up doing one of those. And in a way, but it really looks like we're going to get maybe even the Munsters, because some of the shots feel like they're filmed back when and not just because they're black and white, but they feel as they're textured the same way as the old show was. And then there was shots that feel more modern, and there was shots that felt like cinematic modern, shots that felt like movie or TV modern. So I think go ahead.
I think what he's doing with that is separating the settings. I think being the Munsters and their home environments, and making it very distinct from them going out into the modern world, and how they feel at home and how they're able to act at home versus them, how different they look compared to everyone else. And I think maybe that's the point of that, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, have to wait. Hopefully it's good. I just kept like trying to figure out and I was angry at the damn quality of the video. How dare people use 720p these days? Back in the day, we used to as well. It's a lot faster to render and upload. But anyways, the Munsters. I am excited to see it. I can't wait to see it. And let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. And in the meantime, we will take a word from Grow Generation.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. Grow Generation offers the best deals and discounts on the best grow products on the market. Grow Generation serves customers across the nation and carries a wide inventory of renowned cultivation brands. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
I had actually, went onto YouTube and looked for what I thought I had seen in and it was the same. It threw me for a loop. Thank you, Grow Generation, for sponsoring the episode like usual. We always appreciate that. Everyone out there listening, if you have any home grow needs, commercial or small, they say, you can definitely use them, and we would appreciate that. So yeah, head over and check it out. So from the Munsters back to Marvel, unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on how you feel. We talked about Ironheart and her look in a fuzzy image. Well, now we've got from the MCU Times over on Twitter, we have another look at Ironheart, And Manny, I'll share this image with you as well real quick. And it looks like the fuzzy image we saw earlier in the week is real. So we've got this bulkier suit, no helmet, all sorts of, hard lines on there, none of the like smooth, armors that we saw Tony in, or even her in the comics. And again, this is her first outing in the MCU, so I don't know if this will necessarily become a permanent style for her, bigger, bulkier suits. What do you think about it?
So as long as she's the one building it herself, fine. I understand the bulkiness of it, kind of like an early Iron Man. But if she's having like the help of
Shuri
and other people, like how dare they give her something that almost, you could almost say primitive in the sense of superhero outfits.
Yeah.
Because they have the technology to make it better 100%. Or I think maybe that might be the kind of the theme of it, is that they're missing Tony Stark so much that they don't know how to fumble with this technology, how to work it, which I can see. So before I really just start judging and saying why it's so bulky, why is it so terrible?
Oh yeah.
I'd love to hear the story behind it, and because I do appreciate growth in that character.
Tony's first suit was clunky.
Iron Man's a perfect example of how his suit has evolved over the years. Christian Bale's Batman, his suit evolving over the years, that was very nice. The first one was so classic, where he couldn't even like turn his neck really. And then you see it evolve slowly and really becoming a little bit more tactical, and so on and so on. Just I like that. I like character growth. So if this is what we're doing here, then that's okay.
Yeah, I agree. One of the things I always do kind of like get irksome about, especially with heroes that have no extra endurance, they're not bulletproof, they don't heal, they're normal humans using tech, is what do you do about the face? And one of the things I know is that actors really want to be seen very often. That's how they make money, is being able to relate a name and a face to a character. And so I get it, but they got to explain something. So I hope she's got some sort of force fields. Tony had force fields. I'm not again. He had the beam shield that he protects like Hawkeye with when Hulk snaps everyone back. But I will need to wonder if they're fighting something that can easily blow someone's exposed head off, how they're protecting that head. That's my only like in universe like superhero nitpick for this suit, is you better protect the head somehow. I have not watched Miss Marvel yet. Did you watch the finale yet?
No, not yet. I'll be watching the finale today.
Yeah, I'll be once I get our episode of Daily Cog up, I'll be heading heading downstairs to watch that, and I'm nervous about it.
Haven't been too impressed with it overall, and this is actually a good time to also just take a moment and give me your thoughts on the MCU Phase 4 so far.
So like all combined, or talk movies and then shows?
No, I mean the Phase 4 is TV and movies.
So I think I had a bar set for the shows with WandaVision, where I was like, okay, I expect at least this. If this is what you're coming out of the door with, I expect at least this. And then Falcon and Winter Soldier, while had amazing moments, it really fumbled, especially there at the end. And so it wasn't quite like WandaVision, even though I know WandaVision in and of itself is divisive, mostly because of people that were upset on how they played out with Quicksilver and our Pietro and things like that. But when it comes to everything else, like Loki was really good, but I wanted it to maintain some sort of effect, so why are we still waiting on things to happen with three multiverse projects having already gone off, and we still feel no real effects of it yet. And not even like little ones. Sure, Kevin Feige says, the state of that multiverse realm where the book was being kept in, that's all torn apart because of the past event. So you give us no context for that, And then you look at What If was fun, but it was irrelevant. I mean, yeah, it gave you feels for Captain Carter and Multiverse of Madness, but it's not the same Captain Carter. You get into Hawkeye, which I liked Hawkeye and Kate Bishop together, Haley Stanfield and Jeremy Renner together, but most of the rest of the show was a disappointment or just boring. And then you get to the movies, Black Widow, completely forgettable given when it comes out. You should have had that between
that should have
Infinity
been where Captain Marvel was, and Captain Marvel should have,
exactly. You get into Shang-Chi was good. That actually might be the most like solid film out of Phase 4, and I don't mean the best. I just mean solid. Like there's no big issues with it. It's fun. But then you look at Eternals. That was just awful, And then No Way Home. No matter how great one feels it is or isn't, both it not being great and both it being great is tied to nostalgia some. Without all that nostalgia, what is it? What is that film like? Is it as good as it would have been if the other Peters hadn't been in it and it had just been the bad guys? I don't think people would necessarily have loved it as much, but it's still a solid movie from the first time that I saw it. Multiverse of Madness is just a meh movie because it doesn't do anything, and at the end it's like, oh, Strange tainted by the Darkhold. Okay, hunky dory. Let's go on to this next thing, and then Thor: Love and Thunder is a fun movie. Dude, the quality is low. That's what I'm saying. Like Phase 4 feels like it has suffered from editing issues, graphics issues, shooting issues, and also a direction issue. And I know some of it can be pushed over to the pandemic as the cause, but not all of it, And so if this would be my overall least favorite phase out of all of them so far.
Well, I agree with you in some degree. I do appreciate Multiverse of Madness a little bit more because I see it as the finale of kind of the WandaVision story.
But even then it was kind of a crap finale.
I liked it. And that's the only good thing I take away from Age of Ultron, which I still think is horrible.
Yeah.
That's where we met her. We learned a little bit about her past and everything, and then WandaVision kind of opening that television series, and then so on. I thought that it just gave it a good wrap up, and then I think the issue that's going on is, for whatever reason, Marvel decided that in some of these movies they were going to let the directors have a little bit more creative freedom than what they usually do.
Yeah.
Marvel has a cookie cutter system that we're used to seeing, that is a kind of a linear storytelling that leads to one thing to another. The pieces connect, and we saw that all through the Infinity Saga. And this one, you can't really connect Eternals with like a Love and Thunder, because the styles are just so different. They're just glaringly different.
Oh, I wouldn't try to compare them as like apples to apples to apples. It is apples to oranges, but those are
Shang-Chi.
Those are rotten oranges.
You can't put Shang-Chi with the Love and Thunder either. They're just very, very different. It just seems like they decided to try to be a little bit more artistic with their films, but their overall product does not fit that mold. Like for example, Warner Brothers, Black Adam and the Batman are very different, and the Joker, all that, very different. But who cares? Nobody's there for, at this point, nobody's at DC movies for continuity. They're there to see specific characters and storytelling, basically. Which is why Matt Reeves is able to be successful. Which is why James Gunn is able to be successful with I was gonna say Guardians. Well, he's successful with Guardians too, but with Suicide Squad
and Peacemaker.
It's because from the beginning, it's already been they threw continuity out the window and said we're just gonna do good stories. That's working. It's working right now, for the most part. Anything, and if you notice, anything they try to do in the continuity, it's failed miserably. And you know what? Whatever. You just keep giving me a good Batman movie. If in the end Black Adam actually ends up being good, we obviously don't know that yet. Who cares? Just kind of like in a comic book, we just want to read good stories, and then in this case, we want to watch good movies. So it's interesting because you thought that. I think the turning point was Loki, when at the end you thought that was the spark that all of a sudden you were going to start seeing that story build up. With King the Conqueror, and we got Multiverse of Madness, and it was the start of okay, here we go, it's set up. And then Doctor Strange, I think everyone wanted that nugget of something, and you didn't get it. And now Thor happened, and same thing, you wanted that nugget of something, and you didn't get it. And so it's left spoiled fans, including us, because that's what we expect, with our arms up in the air, like, what's going on?
When you sell me a multiverse and effects of a multiverse, you sold me on that. That's what I was paying to see. That's not what you delivered. If you guys were going to be like, this is going to be a much slower burn, and you don't have to come out and say it, but when your advertising legitimately is pushing the idea of a consequential event for the main MCU, and that project comes through, hits the screens, and at the end of the day there are no real consequences, that's what's upsetting me. Like, I'm down to be told a different story, but right now I don't feel like I'm being told any real stories. Like, legitimately, everything right now feels like a Star Wars, like a current novel. Okay, and what I mean by that is the old EU used to really push the story forward. Like, characters died, time went on. You had decades from Return of the Jedi to the Yuuzhan Vong War, and hold on one second, I'm writing something down. I can't multitask. And Marvel, and you had all these big things happen. Chewbacca died in a book. One of Han and Leia's kids dies in a book, and then another one dies decades late. A decade later in another book. Like, shit happened, but now Disney doesn't let much of consequence happen in their books, and most of their books take place in between things of movies that do already exist, or they play in the High Republic realm, but they won't let it. They're afraid to let any story happen in a book that they would rather do on screen. Marvel is their movies are kind of like that. They're inconsequential to the bigger element that they themselves have teased, and also built their whole platform off of connected tissue. Now I was down to hear like a Armor Wars, technology thread that would loosely connect to the magic thread that would have a little bit of tendrils that every now and then touch the cosmics side of things. And so you got these big cords moving along, but at some point the threads that are dripping from, spinning off from all of them end up in, something dealing with Kang. And other than maybe the occasional stinger and the, oh, hey, this is going to bring on a multiverse thing, we have none of that connection and none of that progress forward. And hell, man, Earth doesn't even seem to give a shit about the giant, Eternal's hand and face coming out of its crust somewhere. It feels inconsequential. Like I don't feel like I need to watch any of these things ever again, and that sucks because I love watching old Marvel movies.
That is true. That is one thing I'll say, that besides Shang-Chi, I haven't necessarily felt the need to watch any of these movies again.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, I've just enjoyed that movie a lot. My daughter did too. But
it's the martial arts.
I mean,
Not gonna lie, I love it.
I love the homages to martial arts. The music is great. I think Awkwafina's funny.
Yep.
I love Sam Louis was great. Just overall great cast. I think just
solid
good job.
movie.
Good movie. The thing. If we look at the Infinity Saga, though, it started in 2008 with Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't necessarily see anything connect really until 2012 in Avengers. Incredible Hulk happened, which was part of it, but not part of it. Iron Man 2, when they started teasing that initiative really of the Avengers. Thor happened. We started seeing Shield, and then we went all the way back to Captain America: First Avengers, and then we got Avengers. Then we saw Thanos. Then that's really when they started to really put those building blocks in order. And then from 2012 to 2018, that's when Infinity War happened.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're somewhere, but that took another 6 years.
Yeah.
I mean, is it possible that we're just being impatient, or at this
because
point,
they've already
do you feel that they've already, because the thing is, I think it'd be easy to get into another. And I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I also want to see something happen right now, right?
Something.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. Like it didn't happen overnight that we fell in love with these characters. It took a long time. It took a lot of work, and I think that's what's happening here. Is we need to build up these new heroes, and it's going to take some time. Unfortunately, I think what Marvel's problem is going to be is that the star power of like a Chris Evans and a Robert Downey Jr., no offense to the current actors, it's not there.
Well, my counter to that is a couple of things. One, it's not a reset universe though. There's still a lot of stuff that already
a lot of
happened.
things that are happening is like
a lot of people carrying over.
Mm-hmm.
That being the second one, out of all of Phase 4, Black Widow, that's an Infinity War character.
Mm-hmm.
Shang-Chi and Eternals aren't Infinity Saga characters. Spider-Man, Doc Strange, Thor, and this is for things that have already been out, not just things coming out. WandaVision, Falcon, Winter Soldier, Loki, not going to count What If, Hawkeye, Moon Knight is non-Infinity Saga, and Miss Marvel is non-Infinity Saga. So you have 4 non-Infinity and 8 Infinity Saga characters going over. Like all of that, and then also the fact that you had the 3 multiversal events, Loki, Spider-Man, and Multiverse of Madness. That all says to me, no, we're not being impatient. You're not going back to a walk. If anything, you've gone, or you're not going back to a crawl. If anything, you've gone back to the walk for those 4 new characters: Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, Shang-Chi, and Eternals. You know, you're not needing, and also Marvel has gotten to the point where there's enough that certain things don't need explanation anymore. And Kevin Feige even said years ago, you know, we're not going to be, and I'm paraphrasing, we're not going to hold people's hands as much going forward. So really, and I'll be honest, I think the pandemic and not just like difficulty in shooting, but the wear of the pandemic on people, and also the the willingness to accept lower quality because screw the stress. Like, I think all of that plays into Phase 4 just feeling meh.
I don't think so. That plan was made long before the pandemic. I'm not certain that really as an excuse.
Well, no, because certain things got moved around a lot.
I know, but it's the same things that were going to come out. It's not like it was gonna. They were gonna be there. They changed an entire character because
they changed an entire plot in Falcon and Winter Soldier because of the pandemic. Like, an entire plot was gone because of it. Like,
but it was gonna be the same characters because based on what you were saying earlier, it's really gonna be the same thing overall because they were gonna change the movies. The TV shows, they have a little bit more of a wiggle room than the movies, but like, you know, I don't know, because the next movie now is what, Ant-Man and the Wasp, the Quantum.
No, Black Panther.
Oh, Black Panther. Okay, so I mean,
and then I think it's Black Panther, then Guardians, and then Quantum Mania. Let me double check. Keep saying your point though.
Yeah, no, that's really my point. Is, I don't know. Maybe now they just want to. I don't mind them telling other stories in the MCU, like Miss Marvel and Moon Knight. I feel like they're just other stories in the MCU. Hawkeye. As much as I necessarily didn't care for it, it's still just another nice Marvel story in the universe. So,
as of right now, according to the wiki page, it'll be Black Panther in November, Ant-Man in February, Ant-Man and the Wasp. I love the movies.
Yes.
Don't hate me because I shortened it. And then Guardians in May, and then the Marvels in July. So, and that's all next year allegedly, except for Black Panther, which is this November. So,
you know, fun fact is it wasn't until Ant-Man that I really came around to liking Paul Rudd.
Really? I still remember him from Clueless. So.
Oh, okay. And then it was funny because he was so horrible in that Halloween movie. Yeah, I don't know if you remember that.
No, which one was he in?
He was in
H2O or something.
No, keep going farther back.
I don't know which one then.
He was in. I think it was. Their numbers are so messed up. Let me make sure I get it right. Curse of Michael Myers.
Yeah, Curse of Michael Myers. Yeah, damn, man. I don't even remember that. Look at him. Holy crap. There he is.
And
Dude,
then he was.
He really does not age. That motherfucker. Like he's evil.
He's
like,
great. I think he's
demons
great now.
Or sucking the life out of people for a demon. He's awesome. I like Paul Rudd. He's a funny guy. Totally underused in Ghostbusters. All right, man. I think we could put a pin on it there. We've beat up Marvel quite a bit. Got to react to the Munsters trailer, and you guys can find all of our podcasts, including the Daily Cup of Genre, wherever you get your podcast from, Google, Spotify, Apple, or SoundCloud, Stitcher, all of the above. The Daily Cup of Genre, you know that one. Anime-Versal Reviews doing Classroom of the Elite Season 2. Breaking Geek Radio is kind of like us, but they only do it once a week, and they talk forever. But yeah, you should check them out. They also do movie and show reviews. Marvel Multiverse Mayhem. I'll be doing the Miss Marvel review, finale review, potentially with my wife Christine. Nick is off or working, one of those. And then the Cantina does Star Wars news every week, and we'll be reviewing Andor when that starts in August. And then all of those go up on the Genreverse YouTube channel. I also do the Genre Shot trailer reactions there, and all of that and more can be found at lrmonline.com. Reviews, celebrity interviews, interviews with filmmakers and artists, comic book stuff, video game stuff, leaks, rumors, regular just news like, holy crap, guess what so and so had said about the cut scenes in Thor: Love and Thunder. So you guys can find all of that at lrmonline.com. Manny, where can people find you at and yell at you about your awful opinions on Twitter?
They can find me in a cubicle. That's where they can find me. They can try to, at least. At Manny Gomez Media, and then at realmethis_510 on Instagram. And if you don't like my opinions, that's fine, I guess.
All right, guys, you find me at that Kyle Malone on Twitter, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.